I saw a picture of lavender on a magazine in a supermarket. I thought, lavender. That field will be lavender. So it's not just these fields here. There's another 14 acres over there that will be lavender. And so I decided, well, let's just research it. So I started looking into lavender and bought 20 different varieties. Spent a year killing them, basically, to see which one were going to survive in New England, and then chose 5 lavenders that I now grow. And I'll probably add to those, but those were just my initial start. To find a piece of property in New England before the developers find it is next to impossible. Nor can you, if you're going to be a farm, can you afford housing lot prices. So the only way someone new coming in, if it's not inherited property, needs to be leased property. And you can lease from a variety of people. You can lease from private landowners, and there are many out there, but it's always hard to find landowners who are willing to long-term lease property. Usually they're looking to do a 1-year lease. Well, you're not going to improve the soil for a 1-year lease. Farmers need at least 5 to 10-year leases to make it a worthwhile proposition for them. You can't take on a farm with one person. You know, you have to have more people working with you. It's not possible to do all the work that goes into maintaining the property. You can have one person just weed whacking for the entire summer. You know, it's just a lot of work to keep it trim and neat and tidy, not a mess. My twin sister has moved up here to help me with the farm. She's very good with plants. It's always been a farm. Lydia was a great horsewoman. She had many thoroughbreds and equestrian dressage training horses here. Also had been a dairy at one point because it was a fully working farm, functioning farm. The cow barn was destroyed in 1938 hurricane. I think a lot of porches that were originally on the house were destroyed in the 1938 hurricane, and they rebuilt the cow barn. Instead of being one level, it's now 3 separate levels and very questionable in structure. I will be looking at that to see if it can be saved. I don't know if it can or not. Part of the responsibilities I have on the farm, it's an APR farm, so it needs to be maintained in agriculture. It's an agricultural preservation restriction that was placed on it under Lydia's while she was alive, but now that is forever. So the trustees have to maintain that agricultural aspect of the farm, and hopefully I can be a good steward for that. The field that's currently tilled this 2 weeks ago was an old horse arena, and we came in and took out all the old planks and the arena planks and pulled all the old posts out, and we're tilling it under and going to put vegetables in. We've already planted watermelon, squash, pumpkins, and we're going to put in very late because I didn't get the lease until July 18th, or June 18th. So we're now going to put in tomatoes, and hopefully they'll grow fast, real fast. We're working on it. We've got them all out back. About 4,000 tomato plants are going to go out there. But that field there is going to be a lavender labyrinth. I will do a pattern. I'm good at patterns. I have a master's in design, so I design mazes all the time as well. It's a wonderful piece of property. The generosity of Lydia was amazing. Trustees will lease it, and I think they lease a lot of land. Increase the farms that get donated to them and making them working farms. You know, so that it's a movement towards really making the landscape a working landscape rather than a passive landscape.